Look at the glass. Half of it is filled with water and half of it is empty. Now I have a question for you. What do you think? Which half is more valuable? The one with water or the one that's empty? Now for most people, chances are that you say that the half with water is more valuable. Why? Because you can assign a value to it. It may help you to achieve instant gratification by quenching a thirst. But what about the other half? It is empty, so it is difficult to assign a value to it. So it's almost amount to uselessness. But is that true? Interestingly, this is not what Lao Tzu thinks. He sees it very differently. To him, it is the emptiness that holds the greater value. Not just more value, but a lot more value. Or I would say that it's infinitely more value. Why did he say so? Now, what he says is very important because it consists of a very important piece of wisdom that can change your life. And this is what we are about to explore in the next few minutes. In chapter 4 of the Tao Te Ching, Lao Tzu says, the Tao, the flow behind everything, is like the empty space in a cup. It never runs out. You can use it endlessly, yet it is never filled. It is deep, so deep. It feels like the source of everything. From this perspective, emptiness is not nothing. It is something of immense value, even though you cannot see it. It's pure potential. Not what something already is, but what it can become. Imagine a blank canvas. Once painted, it becomes a drawing, and the value of that drawing depends on how you see it. But what if the canvas is empty? It can become anything. Its potential is far greater. Now, let's come back to the glass. The use of the water or the value of the water is clear. But without the emptiness, you wouldn't even be able to hold the water. And then when the water is gone, the emptiness surfaces. Is there always ready to help us again and again. What is empty never runs out. And what can you fill it with? It could be tea, coffee, wine, or simply water again. The potential of emptiness is unlimited. And there's another important aspect of it, which is about flow. Without emptiness, there is no flow. When the glass is completely full, nothing new can enter, no change, no renewal. But when there is space, life keeps moving. This happens more often than we realized. Just imagine that something is troubling you. You sit there trying to think, trying to solve the problem, but nothing moves. The harder you push, the more stuck you feel. Why? Because there's no flow. It's not that your mind isn't working, it's that it's just too full of assumptions, too full of conclusions, too full of what you think is right. So nothing new can enter. And this is where chapter 4 comes alive. You don't force a solution. You allow space to come in, and with that space, there's flow. With the flow, it tempers what is sharp, untangles what is knotted, softens the glare, and blends everything into harmony. And with that, new possibilities appears. If you'd like to experience this more directly, I have put together a simple 5-day clarity reset mini program. Just a few short practices to help you create this space for flow. You can find it below. The link is below. But now let's talk about how flow can help you do something marvelous. It can turn your knowledge into wisdom. Now imagine a book. Its value is not limited to the words. It goes beyond them. You have to turn it into wisdom. But how do you do that? The first thing is that you must allow flow. You must allow the space in you to become more receptive. Then you can digest, you can reflect, and turn the words into insight. Without that flow, without that space, nothing truly lands. And this is true not just in reading, but in life and work. What typically happens is that we are stuck because we are so used to what have been working. But the thing is, what worked before does not mean it will work again, because every situation is different. But when the mind is already full, we don't see what is new. We only repeat what we already know. And allow yourself that space, that emptiness without judgment. And in that moment, something shifts, new possibilities begins to appear, potential starts to unfold. That shift from holding on to letting go is where knowledge becomes wisdom. It is deep, so deep it feels like the source of everything. Emptiness is not only about the beginning of wisdom, it is the beginning of life. This is why Lao Tzu says in the Tao Te Ching, what is empty is never lacking. It is what makes everything else possible. The Tao, the flow behind everything, it is quiet, almost invisible, yet always present. I don't know where it comes from. It feels like it was there even before everything else. It is in emptiness that the true power lies.